Welcome, everyone. What a crowd. I'll call the meeting to order for Monday, October 27th, 2025, and ask the clerk to certify the meeting notice.
This meeting has been noticed in accordance with Idaho Code 74-204.
Clerk will call roll, please.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Here.
Councilmember Jorgensen? Here. Councilmember Page?
Here.
Councilmember Rasmussen?
Here.
If you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item D, changes to the agenda. Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve the consent agenda as it's written.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, nay? Motion carries. Move down to special business. Item F1, Council President.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. To the council members, on the notice of decisions, the standard here is detrimental to the city. Does anyone need to call out a decision for review?
No.
I do not.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Item F2, monthly staff reports. Any questions? Okay, as always, if you have questions, feel free to call the department head directly. Item G1, this is a public hearing, CPA FY 2025-0002, comprehensive plan amendment. Jenna, do you want to give us an overview? I don't know if she can hear me now.
Yep, she's got her hand raised.
Yes, Jenna, go ahead.
Section's muted. Oh. Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yes.
now we got you.
We have new controls in place, and so thank you for working through on that. Where we have to unmute on your side of the Zoom.
I understand.
So Mayor and Council, thank you for allowing me to speak on the comprehensive plan tonight. Steve Rutherford may or may not be in the audience today on behalf of
Steve's here.
All right, wonderful. And so tonight is the first step in adopting the Ada County capital improvements plans and impact fee studies as impact fees for the city. And that first step is adopting the plans, the three plans that they did for the coroner, the jail, and the emergency medical services, those impact fee studies and capital improvement plans into the comprehensive plan. This matter starts on page 36 of the packet with a draft decision document as recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission on page 48. There is a draft resolution 1224-25 on page 53 with the revised comp plan on page 55 and the three plans starting on page 145 with a letter on page 144 that lays out the proposed impact fees. Did want to note that this matter was recommended for approval unanimously by the Planning and Zoning Commission on the consent agenda. And staff would also like to note that adoption of the plans into the comprehensive plan does not constitute an adoption of the fees outright. There would still need to be further adoption of those impact fees into ordinance, as well as an agreement met with Ada County. The draft decision document specifically notes that the discretion and authority to determine whether or not to adopt the fees is still held with the council at a later date. And staff would also like to note that staff did not perform full analysis on the accuracy of the fees. And so those fees would be as the consultant recommended to Ada County. Staff hasn't undergone an independent analysis. And with that, I stand for any questions.
Any questions of Jenna? Hey, I don't see any, Jenna. Thank you. Charlie, do you have anything to add?
Thank you.
Mayor, briefly, I have a memo on page 282, goes to 285. It just talks about the legal framework of this process. We are following that legal framework. My recommendation is approval of this resolution. It's resolution 1224-25. Looking at what that resolution actually does, though, is it amends the comprehensive plan, and it only amends the comprehensive plan in 2 areas. So if you pass this resolution, it's going to be amending the comprehensive plan. It's going to be amending page 3 of the comprehensive plan to say that this is updated on October 27th, 2025 by this resolution, and it incorporates the Ada County capital improvement plans and the development impact fee studies. So that's on page, that would be one amendment on page 3 of the comprehensive plan. The only other amendment on the comprehensive plan is on page 81, and the amendments would be this: coroner impact fee study is added, the jail impact fee study is added, and the EMS impact fee study is added pursuant to the resolution that we're recommending tonight. So this, like Ms. Thornborough said, this is basically the first step. If you pass this resolution tonight, then staff will get together with Ada County staff. The ordinances that are required to do the actual impact fees, they're in draft form. They're almost done. Ada County's legal acts has looked at these. They look good. Steve Rutherford is in the house right now. Steve and I go way back since 2003 when he was a Boise City prosecutor, and he showed me the ropes. I recommend passage of this resolution. Thank you.
Okay, any questions of Mr. Wadhams?
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Mr. Wadhams, does the logistics, I guess the administrative, what's the right word? Just how to deal with the impact fees, who collects the money, all of those type of things, is that written into the ordinance, or is that a separate agreement? How does that work?
Those will be separate agreements. Those are, can't remember if they're JPAs or MOUs. I have them right here.
But not really part of what we're
No.
discussing today.
No, that's in the future, and that those will be intergovernmental agreements between Garden City and the county.
Okay. And then the other question is, I had a note here that state statute doesn't expressly mention coroner fees as being appropriate impact fees. Is there a take on that?
Mayor, Councilmember Jacobs, I think it fits. Obviously the county thinks it fits. I know others have raised that issue, in particular Meridian. I don't know what Meridian's doing right now, but I think it fits the statute.
So just put it in there. And
I don't have any legal concerns.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, any further? Steve, do you have anything you want to add, or?
No, sir, just thank you very much. If you have questions for me, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay. Steve Rutherford is with the county. If you guys haven't had the pleasure of meeting Steve. I insulted him earlier, so forgive me, Steve. Okay. Matters properly before the council.
Mr. Mayor, we do need to open the public hearing.
After we open the public hearing. So I will open the public hearing on CPA FY 2025-0002. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to testify regarding this item? Is there anyone that's joined us online that wants to testify? Okay. Seeing none, let the record reflect that no one indicated an interest in testifying regarding this item during the public hearing. I'll therefore close the public hearing on CPA FY 2025-0002. And now it's properly before the council.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
With the endorsements of our city attorney and the reputation of Mr. Rutherford, and the endorsement of our unanimous endorsement of our planning and zoning, I move to approve CPA FY 2025-0002, the comprehensive plan amendment.
I would second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, the clerk call roll.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Yes.
Councilmember Jorgensen?
Yes.
Councilmember Page?
Yes.
Councilmember Rasmussen?
Yes.
Is there a resolution that's different? Does this include the resolution, Joe?
That resolution's good to go, Mr.
Okay,
Mayor. Yeah.
all right, okay,
That's the one on page 53, is that correct?
yes,
Yeah, I've reviewed it and it's ready to go.
okay.
Yes.
Make sure I just have the numbers here.
12. Okay. Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
I would move that we approve resolution 1224-25.
I would second.
okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, the clerk call roll.
Councilmember Jorgensen?
Yes.
Councilmember Page?
Yes.
Councilmember Rasmussen?
Yes.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. That's it, Steve. Oh, oh, good. Okay, second reading of ordinance 1058-25. This is our prohibition for watercraft on the river. Ordinance, it's second reading. Mr. Wadhams, do you have anything to?
Mayor, members of the council, I do have a brief update that I've received since the first reading. Just to get everybody up to speed, I think everybody's aware, but this is to prohibit motorized watercraft on the Boise River. My memorandum starts on page 286 of the packet. The draft ordinance is on page 289 of the packet. The memo and the ordinance are the same from the first reading. The only update is this is another project that we've been working with our friends over at Ada County and the Boise City Attorney's Office to try have a uniform law on the Boise River that says no motorized watercraft on the Boise River. The way this is drafted right now is an infraction. We talked about that last time. My update is I've talked to the sheriff's legal counsel, Spencer Lay, and he indicated the county may be looking at amending theirs from an infraction to a misdemeanor. I don't, they have the discretion to do that, obviously. I think it is more better fitted as an infraction myself, punishable by $100 fine plus court costs. What I pointed out to Mr. Lay last week is there are 4 or 5 misdemeanors already on the books under the Idaho code for misdemeanors with watercraft. So if you're reckless on a watercraft, that's already covered by the Idaho code as a misdemeanor. If you damage somebody's property, that's a misdemeanor in the Idaho code. So the misdemeanors, in my opinion, and in my recommendation, they're adequately covered under the Idaho code. What's not covered under the Idaho code is anything that says no motorized watercraft on the Boise River. That's what this is. I think this is properly an infraction. Now, if somebody gets hurt, that takes it to a whole different thing. That takes it to a misdemeanor. That's already covered by the Idaho code. I'd recommend the second reading. Thank you.
Any questions?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Wadhams, what is the delineation if, for instance, somebody attempts to launch a motorized vehicle from a city park or from the green belt? And there is the damage, if there's damage incurred, how is that handled?
Mayor, Councilmember Jorgensen, it would depend on the facts for sure, but I think one of the Idaho codes say if there's damage to property, if you damage somebody else's property. So if they damaged a dock or they damaged city property, that potentially, if all the elements are there, could be a misdemeanor. Yes.
Okay, thank
So
you.
this infraction that's proposed right now, again, it's just the act of firing up the motorized watercraft, which would be a strict liability offense. And only a court trial and not a jury trial, and they would not have a right to a public defender.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yep.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
Mr. Wadhams.
Yes, sir. Council President.
I'm aware of a number of neighborhoods, HOAs in Garden City where the river winds through and feeds, guess what would otherwise be known as private ponds that are maintained by the HOA. And those HOAs typically have a contractor that launches a motorized boat once a month to check the pH and add appropriate chemicals so that the ponds remain healthy for the wildlife in the pond. Just want to make sure that there's some sort of a carve out for these private waterways.
Mayor, Council President, a couple thoughts on that. First, there are some carve outs. The carve outs, though, are specifically for the Ada County Sheriff, the Garden City Police, the Boise City Police, the local fire department, their representatives and designees. Also would not cover park system staff. So if Colin ever got a jet ski or something, it wouldn't cover park system staff. It also doesn't cover fish and game or Ada County Animal Control. So there is a bunch of carve outs. There isn't a carve out though for the HOAs and the CCNRs, although this only applies to the Boise River as defined in our code. It wouldn't cover the scenario that you just mentioned.
I just would note that the water in those ponds is the Boise River. But yes, I appreciate the legal opinion.
Yeah, as long as, I think it has to fit the definition, Council President, of Boise River. And I don't think what you're explaining would cover that, fit that definition.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Any other questions? Okay, what's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
I move for a second reading of ordinance 1058-25, an ordinance of the city of Garden City prohibiting acts on the Boise River.
Second.
By title only?
Yes, by
By
title.
title.
Thank you. By title only.
I'll second
Glad I'm
that.
not the only
By
one.
title.
thank you. I've got a motion and a second to read ordinance 1058-25 by title only. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, the clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Page,
Yes.
Councilmember Rasmussen.
Yes.
Councilmember Jacobs.
Yes.
Councilmember Jorgensen.
Yes.
Second reading ordinance 1058-25, an ordinance of the city of Garden City, a municipal corporation of the state of Idaho, adopting a new chapter 21, prohibited acts on the Boise River in Title IV, Public Health and Safety, prohibiting motorized watercraft, approving a summary of the ordinance and providing an effective date.
Thank you. That concludes the business on our agenda tonight. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
I move to adjourn.
Second.
got a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We stand adjourned.
I'll have that with the third reading, just defined herein.